Hey, what's up with it, King? What's up with it, Queen? Y'all already know who it is. Look, it's your big brother, Demont Pope, aka Mr. Purpose Over Pointless Excuses. Yeah, look, y'all already know what's up. Y'all know you tuned in to the Live in Purpose podcast with we got B Rad the Great, aka Brad Butler the Second. You already know we got Logan Taylor, aka Why Be Normal when you can be extraordinary. Excuse me. And let me get my voice right because right quick, we got Cornelius Shackelford, aka Cornelius, the CEO. So you already know what time it is. We want to thank you for checking in. You kicking it right now with the Fantastic Force on the Live In Purpose podcast. Before we jump into the topic, which is going to be very exciting, you know what I'm saying? We just going to have a little round table discussion, wellness check. So fellas, how we doing? First of all, we're going to start with you, Logan. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm blessed, bro. I'm grateful. More so than anything. I know my answer is always the same, but y'all know me, like I know where I came from. So mentally, man, I'm probably say a 7, 8.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, bro, I'm at a 9. There are some few things that I do need to work on in regards to my spirituality with God and my relationship with him. Um, Physically, I'm probably at about an 8. Um, and emotionally, man, I'm probably at about a 7 or an 8.
Okay. All right. So we averaging about a 7 to 8 all the way around, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. So we long as we above 5, like I would be concerned if we were anything below a 5 or 6, but 7 and 8, we can deal with that. We'll elaborate on it a little bit more. We're gonna jump on down bottom right quick to Cornelius. What's up, Shaq? How you feeling? Talk to us, Quan.
Hey man, I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm just enjoying life, just having fun. Taking life as it come to me. Spending time with the family,
Yeah.
trying to figure out a way to get up to B Rad next week. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Figure out how to get that done. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm just having fun, man. Just taking it as it comes.
Hey man, I love it. Love everything about it, man. And with that being said, B Rad, what's up with you, bro? Talk to us.
All right, bro. I'm good, man. I can't complain. I finally had a opportunity to kind of slow down and rest a little bit. So last couple, well, just pretty much this whole week so far, I've just been spending time with my son. My
Yeah.
wife been going out to work and everything, and we don't do the daycare thing. We haven't felt that it was necessary to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm here. I am the daycare. I take care of my
Yeah.
son. And then when my wife come home, if there's anything else that I need to do, then she'll take over. And so it's all good. So it's just been great being able to spend that time with my son, just watching him grow and being able to do more and more things. And I really just can't complain. Like I'm in a good space, and to God be the glory for that. And yeah, I'm kind of in that same realm as Logan as far as just being grateful. It's been a long time coming to get to this position, to get to where I'm currently at. And I honestly don't see, any signs of me slowing down or stopping. If anything, I'm probably about to, put my foot on the gas pedal even more because I got some more stuff in store for y'all. Y'all don't even know about yet.
Oh, listen, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. I would ask you to go on and let us know what you're working on, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we a little curious, you know what I'm saying? But we might not need everybody to know what's going on. Some things, the four of us guys, we talk about behind closed doors. But look, it wouldn't even be right if I didn't tell everybody how I'm doing, man. Listen, I'm phenomenal. Like I'm topping the charts, man. Like I really dare not even fix my mouth to even try to complain or even try to think of something negative because right now, man, God has just been too good. You know what I'm saying? Like God has really, really been showing himself faithful to me, even though I haven't always been faithful to him. Like, can we be honest, right? Like that's what we do. We be transparent. So like it's been times in my life where I really wasn't faithful to God. I really wasn't honoring him. I was really kind of upset, kind of frustrated, kind of like, God, why is this happening to me as opposed to why is it happening for me? God, why I got to do this as opposed to God, why I get to do this? And it's like now I'm just grateful because I'm just basking in his presence and the abundance of joy, man. I'm feeling joy. Like happiness is temporary, right? Happiness, you need some form of external stimuli to get you happy, but joy comes from the inside. And I'm experiencing, guys, real joy. And we're going to talk about why that joy is. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible for us to be major or give massive impact if we pouring out an empty cup. We talked about this before. So when that cup is overflowing, then you get the privilege of pouring out of the saucer. And I think that's what we're doing here, because there was a time where we went around the table, fellas, and we were experiencing some hardships, some difficulties, some trials, some frustrations, some annoyances, right? And I think now where we're all at in our professional lives, like things are looking a lot better than they were looking for all of us a couple of years ago. Matter of fact, a few months ago, like things are moving, and we're all coming off of a weekend or a week where we were doing something phenomenal, something spectacular, right? So instead of just focusing on one topic or coming up with a punchline for this episode, like I just want to go around and we just want to catch up, right? You know how you just got, it's been a minute and you kind of just want to check up with each other and kind of catch up. So we've all been doing some things. I just came off of the King Conference. I was hosting the King Conference. Shout out to Coach Crump, the King coach himself. Shout out to Jeremy Anderson, Dewan Matunga, Shannon Austin. Listen, Julian Marion, like it went all the way up at the King Conference, man. So I'm going to be speaking from my experience of what we encountered at the King Conference. And I want you fellas to just kind of speak on what has happened to you. So many things have been happening. If I start at the top, I don't know if I want to start at the top with Logan and Brad, because I don't know which city they're going to start talking about. I don't know which event, because every time I turn around, Corn, these boys is catching flights and they checking in from an airport. Oh, they plane just landed. So I'm gonna go down here with my boy Corn, right? Because we normal, we common folks, right? So I'm gonna holler at my boy Corn, like talk to us before we get up here with Logan, and then we'll do Brad last, because I'm excited about what he's going into right now, this next chapter of his life. So what's up, Corn? What you got? What's been happening with you, with the program you've been facilitating, man? We've been seeing you moving and shaking. So talk to us about this program you got jumping off out there where you at.
Yeah, man. It's been phenomenal, man. Yesterday we had a phenomenal session. It was our mental health session, and man, we just dove deep. I had a good nucleus of students and staff, man, and it was beautiful to see the staff get involved and kind of open up and share, identity and different things that we created to build synergy with students and staff. And just to kind of it was cool for the students to kind of hear the different trials and tribulations that each other has been through, right? They've been interacting with one another, but nobody really knows what the other one is going through, right? And it was good to kind of see them tap into their personality, who they are, and doing a disc assessment. And man, it was just a good thing, bro. We did a lot of healing yesterday, so man, I'm just grateful for the opportunity, man. Loving what we're doing right now. Happy to be able to go deeper with this group. This has been, I think it's my third session with them. I have 2 more sessions with them over the next couple of weeks. And so, man, I'm just excited to see, where this group of kids starting, to where they are now and to where they're going to end up, man, because we got a couple more phenomenal sessions ready for them, and man, I'm just excited. They excited, I'm excited. I'm not sure who's more excited.
Listen, Corn, I love it. And this question I'm about to hit you with just off the cuff right quick. This is actually a question that all of us can really speak to, because for one, God has blessed us all to be dynamic, effective, and phenomenal keynote speakers and presenters in our own right? In our own given field, in our own given space with our own target audience. But he's also given us another gift, right? Another caveat to what we have, right? So we all have mentoring programs or curriculum, so to speak, which allows us to go a little deeper long term with our audiences. So we know standing on stage, giving a 45-minute keynote, right? That's impactful, right? To a certain extent, right? But then we know one keynote, it can only do so much. So Cornelius, right? Since we on you, and then we're going to jump up to Logan, and he going to talk to us about what he's been doing phenomenally. So Logan, Cornelius, forgive me. What I want to know is, are you experiencing what I'm experiencing as it relates to these programs that we've implemented, because it's a big difference when you talking to these students for one time and it's a one and done or one runoff and it's over with, as opposed to repetitively seeking in and going deeper, being in an intimate setting with a smaller group of students as opposed to thousands of them. Like, we got a small group of dedicated individuals that made a commitment. Like are you feeling what I'm feeling, to where it's like a different pull, a different experience, a different level of impact, Corn?
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. I've with this program here, man, it's been allowing me to really get to know the kids, right, individually, and it's way different when I go in and I speak for an hour and then do a little Q&A at the end, and then bid them adieu, right, and then maybe they there the next time I come and maybe they not, but being able to touch them and reach them in certain points of their life, and being able to peel back those layers in every session, because we're talking about something that's different every time, right? And then they get to ask the questions, but I'm also going to spend an hour and a half with them before I even speak, right? Before the workshop even start, I'm spending an hour and a half with them every session, and just hanging out, playing games, and just kind of shooting the stuff, right? And so it's been great to get to know the kids, right? And you talking about these college kids too, so they at another level of their life where they about to enter adulthood for real. And so being able to reach these kids right now and be able to give them the foundational tools and the mental aspect, and be able to kind of pull back a little bit of their identity. I did an exercise yesterday where I set everybody down in a circle. I call it the identity circle, right? And I asked them, I said, man, I want you to write down 5 things that has attributed to the person that you are today, right? Your identity. I'm talking about the ingredients, right? I gave them some examples of mine, what the 5 things that have contributed mostly to create the person that they see today. Right. And man, it just got real deep, right? And just to be able to pull back that stuff, you can see some pain. And man, it was like they wanted to talk about it though. And this is the first time any of them had talked about any of this stuff. So man, it just it gets super impactful, right? And now you like really, really want to pour into them, right? Now you really want to see them, go to that next level. And you can feel them going to that next level afterwards. And when they stay behind and talk to you about it, you know that they feel like, bro, okay, I'm being stretched. I'm ready to go to that next level now. And one of them, she actually, posted like afterwards. She posted that she got an intern for the Texas Rangers.
Come on.
It was because she a grad student too, so she just right there on that other level, bro. But like it was amazing to see, because like her background and where she came from, bro. She went to school from across the border, and she was going back and forth as a kid, and it was just like, bro, like who she is now and where she going, and she kind of peeling back and kind of getting to know herself a little bit deeper as she becoming a woman going into that world, and it's just exciting to see, bro. And that's just one example, but man, it's definitely different when you get to touch them a couple times, right?
Yeah. And listen, Corn, like we just having a real conversation, man. Like Brad and Logan, they just here listening like we normally talk, and the rest of the listeners and viewers, they just so happen to be able to catch an ear. So this is what's doing it for me, because you got that college crowd. Right now with me, like my mentees are high schoolers, right? So I got from freshmen all the way up to seniors, and I'm gonna read something to you real quick that I found the other day in my DM from a student. Like I told y'all when we first started this conversation off, right? Like we're all impactful speakers in our own right? We can all stand on stage and give a dynamic and effective keynote presentation. So this is a response from one of my keynote presentations before the mentoring program, and I found it late, and it almost had tears to my eyes because I found it the other night. And when I was at the school yesterday for the second session of the mentoring program in my second high school, I read it to the principal. But here's something this young lady said. What's up, Logan?
Bro, don't skip past that, bro. He said my second school, bro. Don't just try to run past that all quick, bro. I caught that.
Okay, Lo, you right. My bad. And I'm usually the one that make y'all run it back, right? So you're right. I appreciate you for holding me accountable. So yes, let me repeat that, right? So this was yesterday. I was at my second high school, right? So I do two high schools. I got Lovejoy High School and Mondays Mill High School, and we working on quite a few more high schools as we speak. Like the conversations are being had behind closed doors. We working out the hours, we're working out the teams. So like this thing is really growing. So Logan, I appreciate you. You know why I appreciate you? Because you were there. Brad, I appreciate you. You were there, right? Corn, you were there when all of this was just an idea. And we was trying to figure out how we was going to do this. And all of you play a role in the success that I'm experiencing today. And here's what one of the young queens said. She's a high schooler at Lovejoy High School, but I won't mention her name, right? She says, hello, my name is, we'll keep that blank. You spoke at my school recently, Lovejoy High School. And I just like to say that you inspired me a lot. I've been going through a lot of stuff and contemplating life, but the speech you gave at my school made me realize that I made my own reality. I make my own reality, that I could change the things that are making me feel so bad. I've always been into cryptocurrency, but I've never done anything to get started until now. I've actually invested my money and I just started taking courses for HFX trading. So from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to say thank you. Listen, young lady, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for showing up that day. Thank you for being in the gym that day. Thank you for listening. But most importantly, young queen, I want to thank you for executing. Like you didn't wait. You immediately took action. You took steps, and you are literally in control of changing the trajectory of your life and your future generations. So, young lady, from the bottom of my heart, me and my brothers, we want to tell you thank you. We are proud of you, and we are all excited about your future. Now, I just had to pause for the cause because these moments I've experienced them, but I'm experiencing them more often now. And what we have to do, we have to start realizing when we're working to make impact, it hits different when you're able to see the fruit of your labor. I'm gonna say it again, y'all. When you're working to make impact, we ain't talking about income, y'all. When you're working to make impact, when you're working to make a difference, when you're working to make a change, it hit different when you can see the fruit of your labor. And that's why I asked you that question, Corn. I'm like, man, is it hitting you a little different? Because this was the response from a keynote presentation, y'all. So you can imagine what the dialogue is between me and the students in the mentoring program, the school at Mondays Mill. Like I'm on my second cohort, y'all. My second group of students, right? My first group at Lovejoy, but I'm hitting two schools twice a day. And listen, that brings me to you, Logan, because I remember when all of this started off. And you were pretty much the brain behind helping us figure out how to navigate through these curriculums and these programs. So I said all of this so that I can set it up, so that it's only right that we hear from you next. And then it's only right that we hear from Brad, because Brad is wearing that shirt that says hope. And I don't want to spoil it because I want Brad to talk to us about what that means, because we're all sharing and partaking in all of our growth processes. So Logan, talk to us right now about what's been happening with you, and then we'll talk to him about how important and why you are a part of our success with our curriculums.
Well, first, man, let me say this, bro, and we'll get into me. But, bro, I'm just really proud of y'all. Like, I'm really am proud of y'all just for executing, for trusting me and believing in me, right? That says a lot about you all. It also says a lot about myself, but more so about you all, and just believing in me and the tools that I give you all. And so, bro, that I'm proud in itself, and I'm just grateful, man, you know. But everything that's been taking place, man, I'm good. Like, I'm in, last week I was in Milwaukee, spoke at, what I'm saying, a conference in Milwaukee for 2 days, and I did a podcast interview. Fast forward to today, what I'm saying, I've been in Maryland for 2 days speaking at schools. Today I had 1,300 middle schoolers. That is my largest. That is my largest crowd thus far that I've had in one setting. And so, that was a great experience. Just to have kids come up to me, man, and they did a beeline to me and just telling me, how much they loved my presentation and the impact that it made on their lives and different things like that. And then just to see the high that the kids were on, that the principal was on, the things that he was saying, like, hey, listen, Logan, we definitely want to bring you back. We definitely want to have you for next year. Like, we're going to work some things out after spring break, and let's sit down and have a conversation. And so, stuff like that, bro, I'm always grateful for, because it's giving me an opportunity, one, to make an impact, two, to help my belief system in myself, because I'm human, right? Like, I have imposter syndrome. I self-doubt myself sometimes. I'm very critical of myself and different things like that. And so stuff like this helps me to let me know that I'm moving in the right direction. And then when it comes to the curriculum, bruh, it's been crazy, bruh. Like, I sold, so of course y'all know, what I'm saying, I sold my curriculum for $15,000 with a school. That's my tier 1. I actually got a invoice while I was here in Maryland, or a PO, better yet, excuse me. I got a PO while I was in Maryland for another $15,000. So sold my curriculum again to another school for $15,000. And then got another PO this morning on my way to my engagement, talking about the speaking engagement in May. And so, man, I'm just grateful, bro. Like,
wait. Yeah. Now I get to get some get back.
No, not yet, because I got more.
You got
Not
more?
yet.
Okay,
I got
bro,
more.
I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna make you run it back. Go
Okay.
get in your bag right quick. Get in
All
your
right,
bag.
so,
Stay in your bag.
So I found out that I'll be speaking at Disney World in November.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm going to Las Vegas to speak in July for a national conference. And bro, just more meetings, bro. Like, there's a potential opportunity for me to be in New York, to speak in New York at a school. So I'm working on that. And then also I have an opportunity to speak internationally in Canada. So I got a meeting with a school in Canada, and so I have the potential to speak internationally at a school in Canada. And that's just it, man. Like, I'm just grateful, bro.
Okay, so now can I do it?
Oh, I got one more thing.
And, you know what I'm waiting on.
We have the student success series that's getting ready to come out.
Yeah.
So the class in session, student success series. I'm excited about that. Yeah. And man, I'm ready to get home, man, and spend time with my son, man, and go to the gym with him and sit and watch anime and eat ice cream. So I'm just grateful, bro. And I get to see Brad next week, his birthday next week. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm just grateful, bro. Like, I'm so grateful because of the position that I'm in. And just to be able to have the freedom to do the things that I'm doing, bro, it makes me a little emotional at times, because I know where I came from.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man, I just miss y'all, bro.
Check it, bro. Yeah. I'm not even finished. Now everybody know that right now I would make you run it back, right? For the people in the back, and I would make you say it louder for the ones who don't want to hear that. Right. But I remember when we was at the 7-figure speaker conference, and Tony Knuckles said this. He was like, if you can't keep up with the speed of the game, you can't play. So I'm not gonna make you run it back. So if they miss that, that means that they can't keep up with the speed of the game. But what I will say, Logan, is this. What I will say is congratulations is in order. What I will say is that we're proud of you. What I will say is that you deserve it. What I will say is that it's only the beginning. What I will say is you ain't seen nothing yet. What I will say is I'm excited about your future as you live in purpose, Logan, because we talking about Disney World. We talking about Canada, right? We talking about New York, right? We talking about, I think you named one or two other situations. Like, so we moving, and that's what I want the viewers and listeners to pick up from this. That's why we doing things different today. Like we really are raw and unedited right now. Like we don't have no planned discussion. Like we didn't say, okay, guys, what we gonna talk about today? No, we decide to share with you guys really what we've been living the last couple of weeks of our lives, the last few days of our lives. Like y'all ain't even getting the last year or two. Like we just giving y'all the things that's just really been taking place over the last 7 days. Like none of us have mentioned anything over 7 days ago. Like this information, this is hot, fresh out the kitchen, breaking news. Within the last 7 days, we've been hit with these opportunities, and the opportunities are growing. Like I got an email myself, Logan, today for about 2 major conferences that's about to take place around Atlanta. Like my new booking manager has been on the job, like hit the ground running. And I checked my inbox and I got 2 opportunities for some major conferences. Now I can't speak on them because we still trying to finalize the paperwork and get everything good to go with the proposals. But just know where we started at to where we are. And all I'm saying, y'all, like we not saying this to make us look good, because that ain't what the Fantastic Force was put together for. Like God didn't put us on here to be flexing on nobody. Like our biggest flex is the impact that we make. Our biggest flex ain't how many times we catch a flight. No, our biggest flex is how many lives we change. Our biggest flex is how many kids come back and say that, hey, look, I heard what you said, I did what you said, and my life has changed. Our biggest flex is seeing each and every one of us winning, and we're sharing it together. We're growing together. Listen, this brings me to bring up to the microphone the 4th piece of this Fantastic Force. Y'all already know I call him B-Rad the Great. He used to get mad when I call him that. Now he just deal with it because he know 2.5 years in this thing, it ain't gonna change. B-Rad the Great, talk to us, my bro. What's up with it?
Yeah, man. Life has been good. When you live in purpose, you see the world through different eyes.
Yeah.
I don't view the world the way I would say maybe the average person would, because it seems so far-fetched in the beginning to get to this point, and then when you finally get there, when you touch it, you like, man, I could have did this so much sooner. I could have been here so much sooner. Only thing I had to do to be able to attain it, to be able to get there, to be able to touch and feel and taste and have that as a part of my life is, that's why I'm wearing this shirt. I just needed to have hope.
Come on, bro.
I just had to have hope. I just had to believe and have faith that it was attainable and I could have it. And I had an experience last week, just like you said, within the last 7 days. I was in Michigan speaking for the Special Olympics partnership that I have with the Special Olympics, where I go to different schools and I speak on behalf of them. And it was a school takeover because I did 3 presentations for different grade levels, and the elementary and the younger group of kids. 3 completely different presentations that I did for those students. And shout out to Sandra Lee for coming out. She drove 2.5 hours just to be able to be there and hear me speak and learn from me. So I gave her, I gave her all the information I could give her. I gave her everything I had. I made sure that when she got there, it wasn't one of those. And this is some of the stuff that some people do out there, and that's how I know your heart not right. People come along and they want to help you and they want to learn and they want to gain knowledge from you, and you do stuff like tell them to hold your bags. Carry my bag or carry my stuff, man. Sandra tried to carry my bags. She tried to carry my equipment and stuff. I said, Sandra, no. She said, but I'm here to serve. I said, yes, you are here to serve. You're here to learn, but you are not my servant.
Say that. Wait. Now I'm gonna make you run that back for the people in the back, and I need you to say it a lot louder for them haters who ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, I said, yeah, I get it. I get that you're here to serve, but you're not my servant. You my sister. I'm here to help you so that you can learn as much as you possibly can about this industry, so that you don't have to feel like you're in the dark and you don't have to feel like you're alone, right? That's the way we were taught. That's the tutelage. That's the leadership that we follow. And if you don't know who we're talking about Eric Thomas. We're talking about C.J. Quinney. We're talking about Jeremy Anderson. We're talking about Chris Crumpler. Like, we're talking about the people. We're talking about Inky Johnson. We're talking about the greats. Like Jessica Lundy. We're talking about our coaches who guide us and push us in the right direction and force us to be better men, force us to be better business owners, force us to be better husbands, force us to be better fathers. So if y'all thought I was about to just get on here and just get to talking about the speaking industry and the money and the opportunities, you lost your mind. You're on the wrong podcast. You might as well just click off and go someplace else, because this ain't for you.
We live in purpose over here, y'all.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So she came and she got to see firsthand how I was able to do things on the fly, give 3 completely different presentations for the different age groups around the same topics. But she saw the first 2 and she was like, wow, bro, like, you did a great job with those. I said, okay, we took a break. We went to go get something to eat. I paid for her food, right? We go back and we go for the second session. I mean, the third session. Now I got the middle school and the high school kids. And that's where I let loose. That's where I got busy, like, for real. I'm not even wanting to like talk about my speaking ability or my but something happened, something clicked, like the spirit was moving in there. And how I knew it, because I never seen this happen before when I've done a speaking engagement. It was a young man sitting in the audience, and I'm not going to say his name and nothing like that, but he was sitting in the audience, and I've never seen somebody. I didn't even get halfway through my presentation, he started bawling, crying. Right? It's so much so that he was wearing a hoodie, like a zip-up hoodie. He unzipped the hoodie, took his hoodie off, took his wife beater off, put his hoodie back on, and used his wife beater to cry into.
Wow.
And cried into it the entire presentation. And I'm talking about hyperventilating, crying. Like, that's how much pain he was going through, that, like, whatever it was that I was saying on stage, it was hitting. It was like blow after blow after blow. It was like, yo, you're speaking to me. You see me. Yeah. Like, I feel relevant because of you, for whatever reason. I don't know who you are, where you came from, but like, you were sent here. But this message was sent for me. For like, if it was word.
Right now,
that's tough. That's
if
tough.
it was just for him, I knew I was in the right place. And bro,
that's all it takes.
Say it again.
I said that's all it takes is one.
Thank you.
Just one, bro.
Just
will
one.
You do it for one? Like, will you go for one? Like, listen, Brad. I don't want I gotta pause you, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I don't want them to miss the significance of what you're talking about, because in our career field, in our industry, there are so many people who are looking for the big light, the big stage, the big crowd. But will you do it for the one? Will you stay for the one? Will you fly across town if you only impact the one? Will you stay up a little later? Come on for the one. Logan, what's up, man?
Man, here's what I realize is where a lot of people mess up in our industry is that you're trying to go for the 99 instead of going for the one.
Say that again, bro. They mess up because they going for the what as opposed
they
to
going for the 99 instead of going for the one. It sound good to say, oh, I'm here to add value and make an impact, but your heart not in the right place.
Oh, I feel that.
Because you going for the 99, right? You really are here going for the 99 instead of trying to go for the one.
That's heavy, Logan. You about to start something in here. We ain't gonna get
it
started. Come on, Brad, before Logan gets started.
I gotta get to the good part with this thing. So I finished the presentation, and then I got a line of kids, who want to come shake my hand and talk to me and this, that, and the other. And I at the corner of my eye, I could see him, like, because you know how you kind of just walking around, like he want to come say hi, he want to say something, but he like trying to avoid it. So I did what anybody would do. I went to him.
Yeah.
Because you having a hard time coming to me because you almost feel like, man, I don't want him to feel like, and then I don't want to lay all this on him. Bro, I walked over to him. I said, hey, put my hands on his shoulder. Said, hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
Are you all right? And he was trying to like shake his head. Me and him, he never exchanged a word with me. The only thing he said was his name to me, because I asked him, hey, what's your name? And he was able to get out his name. After that, he just put his head on my shoulders and cried the rest of the time and wouldn't let go.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, B, because this is what they need to know. Now, in this moment, right, we see breakthrough. Like, let me explain to y'all what's happening, right? Like, breakthrough is happening. You understand what I'm saying? Like an encounter, an experience, like something is happening that's beyond Brad's reach. Like, Brad is the vessel, right? He's the conduit, right? That this is happening through. But there's a source, right? There's a power source that is fueling Brad at this moment. So Brad, in real time, because this is fresh, like we talking about stuff that's happened to us within the last 7 days of impact. I want to know, walk us through what's going on in your mind, in your heart, while this is happening. Because like you said, you saw my man was going through something. He couldn't even speak about it. He barely could tell you his name. I want the people to get a behind the scenes look in the mind of us when we're operating in this vein or this anointing. I like to use the word anointing because it separates us from the gifted and talented and skilled. So when you're flowing in this level of anointing and there's yokes being broken, talk to us about what's going on in your mind and in your heart at this time. I know I just threw that right on you, bro.
You good, bro. In the moment, I'm just trying to be as present as possible and be whatever it is that he needs me to be in that moment.
That's it right there.
If you just need me to listen, I'll listen. In this moment, he just
pause right there. That's what I wanted to hear. Present, right? Y'all heard what he said? Present. It's a gift, right? Present, right? He was focused on unwrapping the one gift that was in front of him, y'all. He was focused on unwrapping the one present that was in front of him. He just wanted to be where? In the moment where his feet were, where his voice was being heard. He just wanted to be not only present, but y'all just heard my bro Brad. He wanted to be whatever this young king needed him to be at that moment. And I'm going to break it to you in scripture. When Paul said that I become all things to all men, so that by all means I might save some. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to run it back for the ones in the back, and I'm going to say it a little bit louder for the one who ain't trying to hear it. The Apostle Paul in the Word of God says that he became all things to all men, so that by all means he might save some. So for this one, my brother Brad is explaining to us what's really going on in his head, what's really going on in his heart, what's going on in his thought process in the heat of the moment of him being present and making major impact, while the anointing is facilitating a breakthrough in an individual's life. Come on, Brad.
So, and I think that's where a lot of us go wrong. Like, you say that you want to do this work until it's time to do the actual work. Like speaking on the stage, that's the easy part. That's the easy part. When they lay their trauma and stress and their burden on you, and you got to hold on for them. Like, you got to be strong for them. Because they're looking at you like you are the strong one. You are the one, like, you are my way out. You can't flinch. You can't blink. If I come to you and I'm broken, I'm coming to you because I believe that you're whole. And they want a piece of that. They just want to touch what wholeness feels like. So in that moment, I'm like, I will hold you up. Like, he's laying his weight on me. I'm like, I'll hold you up for as long as I need to hold you up. You can cry for as long as you need to cry. Do what you need to do. Get it out your system. Just in this moment, just know you are safe. Just know in this moment you're seen. Just know in this moment you're heard. Just know in this moment I'm not leaving you alone. Like, I came just for that. Just for that. Jeremy talks about this moment that he had when he knew he was supposed to be moving in purpose and he was supposed to be a speaker, and he had to go home and tell his wife that he had to quit his job and this was what he was going to be doing. The little girl with the red hair and freckles. That was his. This was mine. This was mine. I know his name. I know what he looked like. I know that the story will come out later on. It's just too fresh for me to put it all the way out there now. But I'm just saying, later on in the future, I already know that's probably going to be the story. That's going to be the thing that catapulted everything for me.
Yeah.
And for Logan, this one's for you. Imposter syndrome died as soon as he wrapped his arms around me and cried like that. Because that meant I was supposed to be there. That meant if it was anybody else, he might not have gotten that breakthrough. So if I didn't do what I was supposed to do, he wasn't going to get his breakthrough, and he might have been lost for the rest of his life. And now I gotta wear that. I gotta have that burden on my chest, on my shoulders. I gotta answer for that. No, bro.
Right.
So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm gonna keep going into places and walking through the doors and going in the rooms that they said I couldn't make it into. Why? Because there's somebody else somewhere else that needs that. Needs to hear my story. Needs to hear my view on a certain situation. Needs to hear how I was able to overcome. Needs to hear that it's possible for them too. Bro,
Talk that talk, B.
All of the work that I've done over these years, I believe, has led me to that one specific moment.
Big fact.
To kill any form of imposter syndrome I had left inside of me. It's gone now.
Talk that talk, B.
Talk that talk. To be here. Everything that I get is because it's ordained. Everything I get is because I earned. Everything I get is because it's supposed to be for the betterment of my culture, my people, my family, and my faith to prove that God is real.
Hey, look,
he
let me tell you.
No, let him go. No, let him go, bro. He in his bag. Let him go, bro. No. Flame on. Come on, man.
Bro, If they didn't get it by now, they ain't gonna get it. If you didn't get it by now, you're not gonna get it. It is what it is. I'm not explaining nothing to nobody no more. Like all that extra stuff that was going on before was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna do everything I can to help you, even though you're not a part of the next level. All that's dead. That's dead. You're not part of the family. I don't know what to tell you. You know how to find us.
You know where we at.
You know exactly where we at. You know how to find us.
How to find us is you go to nextlevelspeakersacademy.com and then
right now
and make the investment.
Right now. Do it. We all did it. Hey, but look, there's this very wise man. I don't know if y'all know him, right? Very wise man, right? His name's Solomon, right? He goes by the name of Solomon. And I read about him in this book, right, called the Bible. Like, I don't know if y'all have heard of this. You know, sometimes people, they be a little timid, a little scared to talk about this, but I wouldn't be without this. But this man named Solomon, and he wrote this book inside of this Bible. It's called Ecclesiastes, right? It starts with an E, right? It's somewhere in the beginning areas of the Bible. You get one coming from? But anyway, this man named Solomon, he was one of the wise, if not the wisest. I believe the Bible describes him as the wisest king that ever lived. So Solomon said this. He said, everything is pointless, Brad. You heard me, Logan? He said, everything is pointless. You feel me down there, Corn?
Oh, yeah.
Everything is pointless. Everything is vanity, like chasing the wind. He done it all. He done had enough money to do it all. He's experimented with everything that could be thought of and done. He thought of it and did it. He said everything was pointless. It was vanity, like chasing the wind. You'll never catch it except one thing. That man rejoiced in the fruit of his labor. And he said this, fellas, y'all hear me? He said, this is a gift from God. A gift from God. So, Brad, what I'm saying is, for you to be able to rejoice in the fruit of your labor because you showed up, right? Not for a paycheck, but you showed up for the impact, and you made yourself available to be used beyond the scope, beyond the source of your power. You had to be used by somebody greater than you, Brad, is what I'm telling you. So when you say that this is your moment, like Jeremy had this story, I can relate because I too have been there where I've had that moment where it was somebody standing in front of me with tears in their eyes. And I got a text from that very young man yesterday. So I need you guys to understand, don't minimize where God have you at. Because Solomon told me when I was reading and I was feeling real low, I was at a low place. And I thought that Solomon was pacifying my ego. And I was rocking with him. I'm like, yeah, it's pointless. Yeah, it's vanity. Yeah, it's chasing the wind. But then he said that one thing is a gift from God, that man rejoice in the fruit of his labor. But I want to ask you, Logan, I want to ask you, Cornelius, I want to ask you, Brad, how many people outside of us and those who are in our community How many people do we really know that can honestly, transparently, truthfully say that they're rejoicing in the fruit of their labor? They laboring, no doubt, they working. But how many people y'all can say that they are rejoicing in the fruit of their labor? They're getting fulfilled by doing this purpose work. This is the Living Purpose podcast.
Hold up.
Talk to me.
Because y'all heard everything I said about going out to Michigan and partnering with the Special Olympics and getting paid to do the work and the breakthrough that happened out there. Wait a minute. But what I didn't tell you was that a month prior, there was a miscommunication with the booking, and I flew out to Michigan to go do that speaking engagement. And they didn't even know I was supposed to be there. There was a miscommunication. It was all over the place. So I flew out there on my own dime.
True story, y'all.
To be there to do the work. And they're like, oh, you're not supposed to be here. So they're like, oh, well, okay, well, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. We can't get the kids together and this, that, and the other. I said, all right, cool. Though he slay me.
He slay me.
Though he slay me. Count it all joy. I said, so what do we make of this situation? Boy, don't you know? I said, no problem. It's cool. I'm already here and my flight don't come till later on today. So guess what we gonna do? I'm gonna shadow you for the whole day with you and your kids. And then she was like, well, we have a field trip today. Okay, I'm coming. Where are we going? She's like, we're going ice skating. Oh, I'm in Michigan ice skating now. So I'm out there ice skating with the kids on a field trip, getting to know them, doing all this, whatever, spending time with them for the whole day. And never once did I complain. Never once did I say, this is your fault. Never once did I say, why didn't you do better? Why didn't you communicate? Why didn't you do? Never once. I said, you know what? This was supposed to happen for a reason. And what ended up happening was I built a stronger relationship. I got to be around the kids and the kids got to see me and know that I was legitimately there for them. I sat in the classroom with them while they were learning. I spent time with them, right? They had lunch and all that good stuff. And then I turned around, went home. And then the next month I came back on the proper date and did my thing. Why? Because I'm like, yo, if this is your purpose, if this is what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to be tested to find out if this is really what you want to do.
Come on, Brad.
Is your heart really in the right place or not? Do you really have the integrity or not? Do you really care for these kids or not? Because I could have chalked it up and just been like, yo, I just spent this money on a flight and a hotel and I didn't spend time away from my wife and my kids. But so what?
Purpose work.
Come on, go ahead and say it one time for him.
It's purpose work, y'all. Purpose.
No, say the whole Pope. Say the whole
thing. You want to hear that purpose over pointless excuses. See, Brad could have made an excuse, y'all. That's what he's trying to tell you. He could have made an excuse and said, man, y'all done made me catch this flight. Y'all done made me fly all the way out here. Y'all got me out here. I didn't come out here for this, but Brad, he knew he had a purpose. Brad knew that he was sowing the seed. Brad knew that it wasn't about the hard work, but it was about the heart, the HEART work. And Brad knew that he had to be somebody's hope. Come on, Brad.
With every form of adversity, you can give me an excuse and I can turn around and tell you that there's something you're supposed to execute on. That some people ain't gonna get that. They're not gonna you catch it at the red light.
They'll catch it later.
You can give me the excuse and I can then turn that around and tell you that there's actually something you're supposed to be executing on.
Yeah.
There's something you're supposed to execute on. Like there's a problem you're supposed to solve. If you're in this industry, if you're doing the work, not even just as a speaker, but as a man. If you're doing the work as a man, you're a problem solver at your heart of hearts.
That's what
What you're designed to do. You're supposed to solve problems. Like I wasn't about to sit there in that school full of females, full of educators, and it's a problem that's sitting right in front of them. And I'm like, I'm the only male over here. I got to solve this. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to make them feel worse about the situation. She already felt bad.
Right.
So how do I make it better? In all aspects of my life. I don't care what it is. I ain't about to sit there like there's a problem going on. I'm about to sit there and badmouth my wife. She chose me. I chose her.
Yeah.
Like we figure this thing out together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Come on, man.
We talking.
Look. Hey, Cornelius, I need you to jump off in here because you've been patiently waiting. It's a song, and I ain't gonna sing it, but they be like, keep patiently waiting because I know he'll bring you out. So Coin, you've been patiently waiting. So I feel like you got something on your chest that you gonna add to this that's just gonna sprinkle a little more sauce on it. So come on, Corn, what you got for us right quick? And Logan, he bobbing and weaving, and I'm about to tag Logan in right quick because Logan looked like he about to hit somebody with that one hitter quitter TKO. He about to end this thing with a 10 count. So come on, Corn, what's up?
Yeah, man, I just love it, man. You know, you talk about serving, man. You know, it's bigger than, you know what I'm saying, the bag. It's bigger than, you know, flying around the country. It's bigger than all that, man. It's really, we just trying to change the lives of young people, man. You know, it's funny y'all start talking about that. You know, I had earlier this week, it was Monday, it was just starting the day. We starting the week. And I felt it in my soul. I was like, man, some said call your high school that you graduated from and go talk to those seniors and make sure they got some financial literacy before they go out into this world. And so I called them, and they put me on with the lady that was over senior events. And I told her, I said, I'd like to come down, you know, and I told her what year I graduated. She was super excited. And she said, I got a couple of days that, you know, you could come in. And she said, well, I'm looking at your website and I'm looking at your the program that you proposed. It looked like it cost a little bit of money. Right. And I said, you know, she's like, what do you normally charge? And so I told her what I normally charge. And she said, well, I'm gonna have to run it up the chain and you know, and make and see what kind of budget we got.
Yeah.
I said, you do that. I say, but here's the thing. I said, God told me to call y'all. So if you don't got the budget, let's not worry about the budget.
Come on,
right?
Come on, Coin. Wait, run it back. What you tell them folk? Cause they said it looked like it got a price tag on it. It looked like it's expensive. It looked like it's gonna cost us something. What did you tell them folk? Run it back for the people in the back and make sure you say it loud for the ones that ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, she mean our website and you know the way that we deliver our program, and I don't have to do nothing even if I'm gonna do it free. So I sent her everything that you know we normally would present to a program, and she's like, man, she's like, it look like it costs like this might be expensive. She's like, you know what does it cost to it? I told her what I normally charge. I said, but like, listen to this. I said, run up the chain. I said, but between me and you, God told me to call y'all. So if don't worry about the budget. If they don't got the budget, don't worry about it. We still gonna make it happen, right? And lo and behold, the very next day, yesterday, when I was speaking, I had a basketball coach reach out to me, right? And he was like, man, he teach pre-college classes. And he's like, man, I'm trying to line up some speakers to come talk to my kids. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And I said, what are you trying to accomplish? He said, I got 3 classes. And I said, where are you located? It's in the same city that I just told this lady I would come for free in. So now I'm gonna hit I'm gonna hit 500 seniors, and then I'm gonna go and hit a whole another 3 classes same day. So it ain't really about the and that's gonna be for free too. So like I'm not even gonna charge him. I'm gonna be in that city, you know, on the 25th. Let's just when I'm gonna speak, I should be done by noon. I'll just come over to y'all. Don't worry about it. Let's get it done. So like it's about the amount of impact that we're gonna be able to make, and like I know that what we're doing and the what God has called us to do. I mean, we're supposed to impact these kids in a way, and these stories are not abnormal, right? Where God is sending us, we're sent to do this, right? We're sent to do this work, right? And we don't take it lightly. In fact, man, this is the best job in the world as far as I'm concerned. Like, I don't like. I seen some pictures of the photographer sent me yesterday, and bro, like, I'm legit having a blast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, fam, like I'm legit having a blast. Yeah. And it's just to get caught in the moment and just seeing you here to interact and do what you love. Like you said, most people ain't really, being able to celebrate and rejoice what they do because they genuinely might not be happy and they may not feel like, this is what they're supposed to be doing. So, man, I love the fact that we can celebrate what we do and actually feel phenomenal about what we're doing.
Come on, bro. Listen, what you said was so monumental. Like I'm gonna say monumental, right? Because it's big like that. it's not so many people that can say that they love what they do. And I say that because I'm in this space and people really think I be tripping. But if I was lying, then the truth would have came out by now. Like if I was gassing somebody, or if I was, what they say, if I was capping, right, I would have been exposed by now. But what I keep telling people is like, every day, guys, I'm waking up living my dream. Like every day, hands down, like there's no other way to put it. Like I still remember this like yesterday when we had our mastermind here in Atlanta, and I'm standing beside Jeremy Anderson, and I'm standing beside E.T., Dr. Eric Thomas, and Eric Thomas is about to take the stage, and I'm sitting there like, man, I'm living my dream. And E.T. comes down the stairs, put both hands on my shoulder, look at me eye to eye, and says, me too. We both living our dreams. And I just want to let somebody know, as we get ready to wrap this thing down in our last few minutes, I just want somebody to know, man. And I'm going to try to say this without getting emotional, but you three know exactly what it means to me to be eye to eye with E.T. You understand me? Right before he gets on stage and does what he do so well that no one else can do like him. And for me to say that I'm living my dreams, and for the person who made me believe that I can do this thing, who made me feel like it was possible for somebody to look like I look, sound like I sound, talk like I talk, to do this thing, for him to look at me and we share that moment and say we both are living our dream, and he being the one why I'm living my dream, and then Jeremy standing there being the one who taught me how to do what I'm doing. Come on, y'all. Purpose. And somebody told me a long time ago, y'all, if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life. Look, y'all, I just spent my 39th birthday this past weekend hosting the King Conference. Like, I spent my birthday and everybody was texting me up like, hey, fam, what you doing for your birthday? I'm working. Oh, you gonna work on your birthday? Oh, you not working on your birthday? Oh, you don't work on your birthday. You don't love your job enough. You don't love what you do enough to where you need a vacation on your birthday. I couldn't wait to get to work on my birthday because I'm living my dream. And in living my dream, I want to remind you before we get ready to get out of here, in case you forgot, this is the Living Purpose podcast. So it's living in purpose that allowed us to live our dreams. I just want to go around the table one time before we close it out. Logan, what you got to say to these people?
Happy belated birthday to you.
My bro.
You know what I'm saying? Folks don't know that, but happy belated birthday to you, bro. Of course, you know I got to spend it with you, so I'm super honored.
My bro caught a flight. Wait a minute, y'all. Nah, don't minimize that. Like, first of all, let me talk about that, right? My bro caught a flight, and then he got a rental, and then he drove. Y'all hear me? It's levels to it. He caught a flight because he was working, and then he rented a whip, and then he drove just so that he could celebrate with his bro. Like, our connection is different, y'all. Like, we really locked in. Like, we ain't playing. It's for real. Come on, y'all. Speak on.
And we're gonna see Brad next week. So,
Yep.
But no, man, like, I just think that, you know, if you're grateful for the seasons that you're in, wherever level that may be for you in your life, then I think that you could really make a change, right? And you can stop focusing on the 99 so you can focus on the 1. And I think a lot of times what happens, Damon, is that a lot of people are not able to fulfill their purpose because you focused on the 99 instead of focusing on the 1. And I say all of that to say that, you know, if you want to live a life of purpose, if you want to live a life of fulfillment, then there's going to be some sacrifices that you're going to have to make. And there are going to be some times where you're going to have to be uncomfortable for you to grow. And so what does that look like for you? And then how serious are you? So, you know, I just want to say that, man, and encourage people and say, you know, hey, this is This is what we do it for. I
Yeah.
know I do. Like, I do it to add value. I do it to let y'all know that y'all matter. I do it to let y'all know that I see y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motivate me. Y'all encourage me. And so it keeps me driven, bruh. And so I love y'all, man. And that's all I got to say. I'm just glad I got to see y'all boys this week, because I didn't get to y'all last week.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad that I got to spend time with y'all, man, for this past hour and just chop it up. So that's it for me, man.
Big facts, and gotta know we love you back, Lo. I told the fellas last week, I'm like, man, I miss my bro Logan, man. You know what I'm saying? We had to talk too much. We was trying to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? So look, at this point, man, we finna drop down to you, Coin. Any final thoughts, and then we gonna bounce up to Brad, and we gonna wrap it up.
Nah, man. Happy birthday. Yeah, I didn't get to make it down, but
Thank you,
happy
King.
birthday. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I seen you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Shining in your gifts. So I know it felt good
yeah,
to celebrate your birthday in that way.
for
But
sure.
yeah, the next one we for sure gonna plan something.
Oh
So
yeah,
don't be
yeah,
speaking.
yeah, for sure.
Hey, I spoke on my birthday this year too. Next year we ain't speaking on our birthdays. We just gonna
Right.
go.
Hey, that's what me and Coach Crump was just talking about. I asked him, he's like, we gonna do a repeat, but are we doing it on our birthdays? He's like, nah, I'm taking trips on my birthday. So I'm with you, Corn. We taking trips, vacation on the birthdays. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. We got to change it up a little bit next year, but it's all
Yeah.
good. But yeah, man, I love it, bro. Like I love what y'all doing. I love to see the growth from last year to this year. Seeing the moves. Shoot, even just 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The growth is real, and man, just to be growing with y'all, my brothers, man, it's been phenomenal. To be
Phenomenal.
able to hang some stuff up and take some stuff off the shelf and really do what I really want to do has been phenomenal. So
Yeah.
I love it. And I'd rather not do it with nobody but y'all. You get
Come on, bro.
it.
For sure.
Hey man, the feeling is mutual. We love you back. Hey, shout out to Stevan, man. Stevan just checked in, man. He said legendary lineup, man. Shout out to him in the chat, man. We see you in the comment. Just want you to know we love you back. And look, Brad, final remarks. What you got, B?
Oh man, something I had to learn the hard way. I don't know if I would say the hard way or just living life and just refusing to accept the norms of life
Yeah.
and the normalcies of what other people would say, because I've said it before and I'll say it again that um, my imagination is not limited by somebody else's reality.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, if you do find something in your heart of hearts that that you're supposed to be doing, if you keep on moving in purpose in some way, shape, or form, it may take time. I don't know how long it will take for you, but if you keep moving in purpose, it'll kill. I promise you, it will kill imposter syndrome. It'll kill it. Now
Yeah.
you might think that, oh man, I'm not worthy. I'm not supposed to be here. Like, how can I stand with these people, this, that, and the other? Keep moving in purpose.
That's
Keep
it.
living. And watch how it kills that imposter syndrome and puts you in places that you never thought possible. Bruh, tomorrow I'm heading to the Verizon headquarters where I'm gonna be the closing speaker for one of
Yeah.
the programs that they had. Bruh, I used to work for Verizon. I remember having to go to that headquarters for training, and
Wow.
now I'm going up there as a speaker.
Come on, bro.
Yes,
I'm living
sir.
a purpose. Like, you can't tell me that I don't deserve it. You can't tell me that I don't deserve the position that I'm in. I don't deserve everything that I have or all the
Mm-hmm.
things that I'm going to attain, because there's much more coming down the pipeline. And I
Better
know
let me know.
it's so many people that's gonna be looking like, how did he get that spot? How did he get there? What did he do? This, that, and the other. Listen, you can hope,
Work.
you can wish, you can do whatever it is that you want, but one thing you cannot do is stop the favor
Come on.
that God got on my life, because I have been moving in purpose for much longer than you even know possible. Yet this is the Live in Purpose podcast for a reason. For a reason, we've been living in purpose. Check the numbers, bruh. It's been 10 years in the making for me to get to where I'm currently at. And
Come on.
listen, and this, I haven't even scratched the surface of what I know I'm capable of doing or where I know I'm capable of being. So y'all just keep on watching and waiting, because I promise I got more waiting for you.
Big facts, big facts. And I'm gonna piggyback with that and say, Brad, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of man what God has in store for you. what God has in store for you, Logan, and what God has in store for you, Cornelius, and what God has in store for me. You're listening to the Living Purpose podcast, right? We are the Fantastic Force. You already know, you just heard from ours truly, Brad Butler II, aka B-Rad the Great. And listen, right before that, we heard from Cornelius Shackelford, aka Cornelius, the CEO. Yeah, the next CEO himself. Also, you heard from Logan Taylor, aka Why Be Normal When You Can Be Extraordinary. And in case you forgot, or in case you just haven't been listening, I am your big bro, DeMont Pope, aka Mr. Purpose Over Pointless Excuses. Yeah. And we would like to thank you for tuning in to the Fantastic Force on the Living Purpose podcast. Look, we'll be back next week, same channel, same time. Yeah.